You know what I'm saying? On his part, it's gonna be self-defense. You know what I'm saying? But or if we just jumped him, beat him, mopped him up, you know what I'm saying? When he want revenge, he don't know where they live. When he want revenge, he gonna come at me. And you done already got jumped. So when he come at me, he probably not gonna come at me with these. Cause we done jumped him and beat him up anyway. So he probably gonna come at me with that thing. He probably gonna come at me with that heat. It probably ain't gonna be about no fighting. You know what I'm saying? And then if he can't get at me, he might want to shoot up the house because he know where I stay. I knew where he stay. I'm just saying. Cause you can't always do people dirty and then just think they not gonna do nothing back. Like, that's crazy. Like, now it's different if you do something to somebody and they can't get a hold of you. They don't know where you live. They can't get at you. And another thing, people might not know where you live, but they might know where your people live. They might know where your mama live, might know where your baby mama live. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. You can put your people in danger trying to do grimy stuff to somebody, and they don't know how to reach you to get back at you. They mess around and touch somebody close to you. You just never know. Why you doing all this grimy stuff to people? You don't know what the get back gonna look like, and you just doing grimy stuff to people and not expecting no type of get back. You crazy. You know what I'm saying? People ain't finna let everything slide. But anyway, but yeah, you know, I could have ended up getting shot right there, right in that moment. Or if dude decide to get revenge, he can't do nothing to them because he don't know where they stay at. And it was a while for they came back over there because they knew what they done. So they wasn't finna just show up in my apartments and be kicking it with me the next day after they done did what they did to him. It was a while for they came back over there. That's a fact. Because when you do somebody dirty, like, you gonna stay away from them. If you in somebody else's hood and you do something dirty to them, or even if you don't do something dirty, you just get into it with them, you probably not finna go back over there the next day. You gonna lay low. You gonna be somewhere else. Oh, no, I just got into it with them the other day. I'm not finna go back over there today. It's gonna be a little while before I go back over there. That's just common sense. So, yeah, that they wasn't over there in my apartments for a while after that happened. And dude still wanted his get back. Dude had cousins who wanted some get back with some of my homies, with one of my homies, you know what I mean? But I ain't finna get into all that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, dude would have wanted his get back. He don't know where they at. He don't know where to find them, but he know where to find me. And then if he can't find me at the time he want to find me, he know where I stay, because some people into shooting up houses and stuff. Some people into that. If you can't find the dude, we gonna shoot up his house and leave him a message, since he's so hard to find. Or he probably just would have waited till he caught me on the block or something. Like, it would have been all on me though, because they gone. He don't know where they at, but he know where I'm at. So any type of revenge, retaliation, it would have came to me. And either he would have done something to me, or I would have had to do something to him to keep him from doing something to me. And it wouldn't have been a pretty situation, no matter how it go. It wouldn't have been no cool situation. So I think that's why God restrained me. And then if you done fought somebody one-on-one and you won the fight, I ain't gonna say I just beat them up bad, bloody, or I ain't gonna say I just chopped them up and took them through the blender. I ain't gonna say I did all that, but it was an altercation. It got violent. I didn't just mutilate him or nothing like that, but I mean, he understood where I was coming from. You know what I'm saying? And he had marks on him. I ain't had no marks on me. I'm just going to leave it like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it wasn't just no full-blown butt whooping either. You know what I'm saying? But I wasn't scared of him one-on-one, so why would I be scared of him when I got two other people helping me? So it wasn't no fear thing. It was, I'm going to say it with God, bro. Just like, nah, I know you want to ride with the homies, but something just held me back. And I just looked like I didn't want to make that move. I didn't want to get into that. Even though I said I was, that's where I was wrong. I wasn't wrong for not jumping in, but I was wrong for saying I was going to do it and not doing it. Saying I was going to do something and not doing it. That's where I was wrong. You know what I mean? So, but, you know what I mean? So that was one of them things in life. And you really lose some of your homies' respect in that sort of situation. But that's how the devil play too, though. Get you pulled up in some stuff, get you to jump out the window, get you to dive into something, and you don't really know what's gonna come with it. Oh, God just brought something else to me. Remember what I was talking about? People who start stuff, like, even when God is with you, you still can't move any kind of way. I'm gonna tell you one of the coldest stories in the Bible. Is I think it's at the end of Second Chronicles. It's Second Chronicles 35 or 36. It's the last book in Second Chronicles. I think it's Second Chronicles. It's talking about King Josiah. King Josiah. He was a man of God, serving God. He was king since like the age of 8. He was serving God. All the stuff that was going on in Israel, the idolatry and sodomites, and he dealt with all that. He brought revival to the nation, turned everybody back to God, instituted the laws and Passover and stuff that they had let slip. He brought all that back, got the nation back on point with God. But there was one situation, and he was a bona fide man of God, Josiah, King Josiah. And Egypt represents the world. You know what I'm saying? God judged Egypt and their gods. He put the plagues on them, delivered the people of Israel from Egypt. So if it come down to Israel and Egypt, you're going to always expect God to choose Israel, especially when their king is a man of God. And I think he was actually the king of Judah, but, you know, same thing, for the sake of the story. But so the king of Egypt is going to do war with somebody else. And you're not going to expect God to be with the king of Egypt. Like, nah, God ain't with him. He ain't no man of God. You know what I mean? But the king of Egypt was going to do battle with somebody else. But King Josiah wanted to fight with the king of Egypt for no good reason. No good reason, but he wanted to fight against the king of Egypt. And the king of Egypt said, like, hey, like, you tripping. This situation ain't got nothing to do with you. God is with me for this situation. You just need to leave this alone. This ain't got nothing to do with you. But King Josiah wanted to fight with the king of Egypt, and the king of Egypt ended up killing him. He ended up dying fighting with the king of Egypt because God was with the king of Egypt. Even though he was a man of God, he got involved in some beef that did not involve him and picked a fight with somebody, not thinking that God was with him, but God was with him, and he ended up losing his life. That's one of the coldest stories ever in the Bible, if you ask me. One mistake, your whole history, you got this long resume serving God, everything you done for God, but you pick beef, or you pick a war with the wrong person that don't even seem like no man of God. Egypt, God is not the God of Egypt. You know, they got other gods. You know what I'm saying? He don't profess to be no man of God or nothing like that, but God was with him in that situation. And this man with this long track record of serving God pick a fight with him and lost his life. That's crazy. It said even Jeremiah the prophet lamented over him, and the people did him honor at his death because he was a man of God. but he picked the wrong fight and lost his life. So it's real in the field. Even when the hand of God on your life and the grace of God is strong on your life, you still got to be careful how you move. And you don't want to start no unnecessary beef just because you a man of God and don't guarantee that you're going to be the winner. I'm telling you, you got to be careful how you move. You can't just get caught up in pride. Well, God's with me, so I'm finna beef with this person, but you really ain't got no legitimate reason and it end up not going your way. You know what I'm saying? So that's a powerful story to me. But anyway, if I would have got into that, however the situation went down, whatever happened, it would have been on me. Because any type of retaliation or get back, he don't know where they at, but he know where to find me. So when he want his get back, it's going to come to me, not them. And then however it went, it would have went. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad, win or loss, freedom or jail, who knows how it would have went. You know what I'm saying? But it would have been on me to handle it. And I couldn't get away from it like they can. All they got to do is stay away from my apartments for a while. And dude not going to see them. But he know where I'm at. So it's going to be between me and him. And it ain't going to be no fight because, you know what I'm saying, if it was a fight, shoot, he probably like, if you want to run another fade, you could have ran another fade. Don't wait till you get your homeboys and jump me. Like he would have wanted to give me the business. And it would have been a me or him situation. But it would have been for nothing though. If it's a me or you situation, if you the one make it that, or you do something to me and I make it that, that's different. But if we ain't really got no beef and it ain't even my beef and then I get into it and it end up being a me or you situation, it's going to be a losing situation regardless of how it go. You know what I'm saying? Because you caught up in some mess that you ain't even had to be caught up in. Now you got to, you know what I'm saying, do what you got to do to survive or get got. You know what I mean? And so it would have been nasty. You know what I'm saying? But that's one example I'm going to give of the Holy Ghost restraining me. Even when I didn't have the mind to be restrained. It happened in the spirit. Okay? Yeah. I'm about finished, really. I'm really about finished. I'm going to try to be finished. Okay. The second thing is, this is after I got saved, after I got filled with the Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying? I'm living for the Lord. I'm living with my brother. You know, when I got filled with the Holy Ghost, I stayed in my mama's house about 2 months. Then I went with my brother to start working. You know, he had a company at the time, gave me a job. That was like my first real job. You know, anybody from Tyler back in the day might know about TeleQuest and all that. I did that for like a week or 2, 3 weeks. I did Outback Steakhouse, man, R.I.P. Sibo. You know what I'm saying? He died, last year? Yeah, he died last year. He got shot. He died last year. I think it was last year. It was this year or last year. I want to say last year, though. Yeah, I want to say 2020. Yeah, Sibo. We used to work at Outback Steakhouse. This is back in the day. You know what I mean? For about 3 weeks, maybe a month. You know what I'm saying? We quit at the same time. Like, man, we through. Let's go. You know, like, yeah, this it, man. Let's go. I used to give him a ride home from work. Matter of fact, at this time, I had caught a weed case. I was on bail, on bond. So I guess I wasn't smoking for some reason. And he was smoking in my car. I dropped him off like in Bullard, Flint, something like that. I had to ride through White House. Police pulled me over, said it smelled like weed. They found like some residue in the car, but they probably gave me a ticket. I ain't go to jail. I'm pretty sure they gave me some kind of ticket though, and they let me go. Yeah, that's a memory I always got. But I wasn't smoking though. I wasn't high. They wanted to do the sobriety test and all that. But matter of fact, I had like a stick. I used to, almost like a walking stick. I used to keep that mug in the back seat. They took that. Then they said they found residue. I don't think they gave me a warning. I think they gave me a ticket though and sent me home though. This one I had the Cadillac. Okay. So yeah, R.I.P. Sibo though. But yeah, I had a few little jobs, but nothing really real. You know what I'm saying? But I went up to Dallas, lived with my brother. This is like November 2004. You know what I mean? I lived with him for about 6 months. So he was finna make a move to Chicago. So he like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do something. Like, you not finna just lay up on me. You not finna just be staying here and you not working. So he was real tough about that, getting on my nerves with that. Like, either you finna work or you go back to mama house. You know what I mean? That type of situation. You know what I mean? So I had put in some applications and all that. But then, you know, I'm like, man, you know, ain't nothing coming through. Man, I'm finna go back to mama house. You know what I mean? So I packed up everything. And he was living in Plano. He was living in Plano at the time. And so, you know, I packed up my stuff, you know. I'm on 635. I'm finna take 635 to 80 to 20 on the way back to Tyler. What is you talking about? And but I'm praying though. I'm praying in tongues. I'm praying in the spirit while I'm driving. So I'm on 635. I'm still on the North Dallas part. You got 635 east and west. Then it curve, and like on the Mesquite and the Garland side, you got 635 going north and south. But then like on the like the Plano side and what's all them cities over there, man? All them cities directly north of Dallas. Yeah, Plano and what's that other city? Addison and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? On that side, the suburbs north of Dallas. So I'm still on the east and west 635 before it turns and go north and south. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going east on 635. I'm still in the North Dallas part. So I'm praying in the spirit though. And I feel like a brick in my spirit, like in my gut. Like it just felt heavy, like don't do this, like don't go. Like that's on that kind of time. That's what I'm talking about. Like it felt like a brick, like in my spirit. Like my spirit just like locked up, like my spirit was saying, like, I'm staying right here. I'm not going with you. Like it was like a heavy burden, but the only way I can explain it, it was like a brick, like a block in my spirit, like just like the spirit was not with that decision that I made. I'm en route to go back to Tyler. But the spirit, the Holy Ghost on the inside of me, in my gut, was like, he wasn't going with me. He like, I'm staying here. Like, what is you doing? Like, I just felt it in my spirit. Like, nah, don't go. So I turned back around, man. I come back to my brother's house. Like, nah, I couldn't tell him nothing. Like, okay, I promise I'm finna get a job. Like, I can't make nobody call me for an interview and hire me. I can only put in applications. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, nah, I'm not finna go back. I went back to my brother's house. He probably don't even remember this, but I went back to his house and I'm like, nah, I'm not going to go back. I probably told him like, I'm just going to keep putting in applications or something like that, you know, but I told him, I'm not going to go back. But the next day I got a call for an interview and I got hired. You know what I mean? The next day. So when he restrain you, it's for a reason. It's for a reason. Yeah, it's for a reason when he restrain you. You know what I'm saying? But that just wasn't the plan. I was headed to Tyler, but in my spirit, I knew don't do it. And then that next day, I got a call for an interview and got the job. And that was my first job as when I worked for my brother, I was an electrician apprentice. But I got hired as a cable technician, man. Shout out Black Box Network Systems in Irving, man. You know what I'm saying? For real. Black Box Network Systems, man. So that was my first job as a wire or a cable technician. And then that's That's what I was doing in college. I had a job in college. I was doing a wire technician, cable technician, the ones who run the phone cables and the internet cables, doing that right there. You know what I'm saying? For businesses and all that there, man. That's what we was doing. So that was the second time. Now the third time, I'm finna really shift gears, man. I'm finna really shift gears. I really should just start this thing over. Let me do that, man, because I'm finna go left on y'all. But it's still testimony though.